Hello, I'm Don Owens. My wife, Chris Griffin, and I have been affiliated with Nationwide since 1981. We were both new agents at that time, and so it's a little over 37 years now that we've had our affiliation with Nationwide, and it's been a very productive and positive ride for us. And as with anyone who's watching this video, we're in the middle of a major transition with Nationwide's relationship, going from exclusive agent to independent. And in the process, we have a lot of decisions to make. And one that we made in the past couple of years was to join an aggregator and actually become very active with First Choice Agents Alliance. I serve on the board of First Choice and wanted to take a few minutes to give you the rationale why Chris and I thought it would be important for us to do this going forward, seeing the writing on the wall. The nationwide experience has been terrific for us in that we came from a background that didn't have a traditional insurance acumen built into it. Chris was an administrative assistant working for the local county, and I was a school teacher teaching math in high school. So when we joined Nationwide, we knew nothing about the industry. So from that stage in the early 80s to today, we have become an agency that's got a little over $30 million of premium with Nationwide, and at our non-nationwide end, we're over $45 million. Now, in the nationwide environment, we sound like we're quite large and we're a big fish, but we're a big fish in a little pond. Over the last 3 decades, we've had the good fortune to spend a lot of time at the nationwide conferences, at Champions and the President's Conference. And we've been exposed to some of the independent agents that deal with Nationwide. And recently we were at a dinner table, and the gentleman we sat beside, his revenue was larger than our premium. And so we realize out there in the big world, the one that's outside of the nationwide environment, we're a small fish. And we need strength in numbers. When Mike Griffin and Terry Lawfer, Greg Witten, and Keith Hiller created the First Choice opportunity, we saw people that we respected. We knew their business acumen. We knew their insurance background. And it was interesting that they had done enough due diligence to see what this could do for us going forward. So when we joined First Choice, it was simply a brokerage outlet. And we saw an opportunity when Nationwide turned us loose and gave us some freedom for commercial marketing, that by going to someone who would have us all in one name, under one name, we would have more leverage with commercial outlets and commercial carriers. So we had utilized that, and we took advantage of it, and we grew from it. We closed more cases. As time went by, a lady by the name of Diane Wagner joined us, and she had experience with aggregators, and she turned us into the aggregator model. And that's one where agents will develop direct relationships with insurance carriers. So again, we've been insulated with our nationwide experience, not knowing that was available. So this opened new doors to us. Aggregating gave us the opportunity to have more and more leverage and direct relationships with underwriters and the people necessary to make decisions. So why did we choose to go with First Choice? And that's the essence of this video. Is number one, we trusted our fellow nationwiders who had put it together. Very good business people in their own right, and highly respected in our circle and in the industry. But when we looked at it, at the aggregator level, we started looking at what it meant to us. And it would give us access to more markets. We potentially higher commissions. There's profit sharing involved and so on. And even though in the nationwide world we seem like a relatively large organization, we realized across the country we didn't have the leverage we needed to go to the mid markets. This video is being made in January of 2019. A lot of decisions to be made in the next few months about becoming independent now or becoming independent in July of 2020. Whether it's now or then, the time's going to fly by quickly. And many people are going to want to consider being a part of an aggregator. Nationwide has brought us up and trained us and taken us from being a school teacher and administrative assistant to having many things that we hadn't dreamed of at the time. They were patient with us. They were wonderful and supportive in marketing and in professional development. And now there's a new time. It's a new transition, and more of the burden is on us. To take full advantage of this, we need to learn what the independents have known for decades. Independents are moving towards aggregation, and we feel we should too. So if we want to play with the big dogs, we get there faster with aggregation. First Choice has a contract that's similar to some of the other aggregators, but what you get is you get a nationwide flavored culture. And that's the biggest thing that really drove us to it. I think it's a fair contract, and we feel it's right for us at this time. When it comes to the future, we'll have more value. Well, there'll be a succession plan for us someday. There may be for you right now. But we feel like it gives us more strength. We have more revenue, more opportunities, and when someone wants to look at us and purchase us or buy us out, they're going to see a stronger organization because of our affiliation with First Choice. And Chris and I would welcome calls or communication from any of you. If you want to know more about why we've decided to go with aggregation and why we thought First Choice was best for us. So we'll have you can get a hold of us, Don Owens and Chris Griffin, and through the nationwide system. So thank you very much for taking a minute to look at this, and feel free to call us at any time. Thank you.